Hey mama, we got through the first week postpartum. What an awesome and huge milestone. And if I were to theme the week, I would say yellow.
It was all yellow.
Yellow stains everywhere, from the baby spit up to the colostrum to the baby poop. Oh my goodness, thank God we have washing machines. But let's break down week one. I'm sure the first night your baby was born, they slept like a dream. That's what baby Faith did. They're still so wiped out from the whole course of events. So I'm thinking, yes, baby Faith is gonna be an awesome sleeper. Then the second night happened. And actually there is a term for it. It's called the second night syndrome. And babies can act really strange on the second night because they realize they're not in the womb anymore. So she was up every hour. I was up 9 times. She was popping on and off the breast a million times. It was brutal. But then I remembered, okay, it's the second night, give it some grace. It's gonna be better on the third night. The third night she was up 8 times. She literally would not sleep more for an hour and a half at a time. And I was seriously at my wit's end. Well, then it finally dawned on me. With my other 2 kids, I had this little vibrating chair that they slept in for the first couple weeks. Because if you think about it, the womb is a very noisy place and there's tons of movement. So babies like to be lulled to sleep. That's why they love to be rocked and bounced and all of that. So here I was rocking and bouncing baby Faith and then putting her on this still surface, and she wasn't having it, not for long periods of time. So it sent me on this whole goose chase of trying to find the most perfect swinging, vibrating thing that was flat. And I actually found one and that was not plug-in because I wanted to keep the EMFs low. And now she's sleeping like a rock star. So literally within 24 hours, she went from my worst sleeper to my best sleeper. Hey, I wanted to show you where Faith has been sleeping. Sometimes she'll sleep in my arms or in my baby carrier, but if I wanted her to go down for a good nap, this is a contraption I've been using. It's called the Graco Dream Glider, and it actually serves as a swing. So as you can see, it's propped up, or there's a lever back here that you can bring down to a more bassinet type thing. So that's pretty cool, although I never used it as like a sit-up swing with Faith. I just don't use it that way. But anyway, it comes with this interior kind of padding. So what I did is I took this out, which is kind of nice. If you choose to use this, you can take it out and wash it. But I didn't know if there was like flame retardants. Plus this I felt like wasn't maybe as safe when she was sleeping. So I didn't use this at all. And instead I ordered a Naturepedic oval bassinet pad. So this is all organic, natural, of course, no flame retardants. And it fit really nicely in this contraption. So special thanks to the mom who wrote about this in the Amazon review, because that's what I got. And then of course you can put organic sheets on this pad. So this is where Faith sleeps. It's phenomenal because it has 2 types of motion. One is a vibration, okay? So it's over here, and you either have a light vibration or a heavier vibration. And this is all battery operated, which is kind of nice because I don't like things that plug in because I feel like it gives more electrical charge that could potentially affect the baby. So batteries are a little bit better. And you know, after a while, you do have to manually though turn it off. So that's one thing to consider. And then it also swings. So, or I guess they say glides. So here is kind of your panel for that. It goes from 1 to 6. Usually with her naps, I would just do a level 2. And the thing that's super cool is that it's a timer. So if you press it once, it will go for 10 minutes and then automatically shut off. If you press it twice, it will go for 20 minutes, or if you do it 3 times, it'll go for 30 minutes, which is really nice because I don't want to make Faith dependent on movement. Next, let's talk about eating, okay? Because that's basically your baby's job, sleeping, eating, and pooping this week. So if your baby's anything like mine, they're on your breast constantly. And at times you might be wondering, oh my gosh, are they getting enough? What's going on? And the latch might hurt. You could have all sorts of problems at the beginning. My first 2 babies, forget about it. I had a lactation consultant in my house within 48 hours because it just wasn't working. So if that's where you're at, get help immediately because you know, nursing really is a muscle memory function for the baby, so you want that latch right at the very beginning. You also want to rule out things like tongue ties and lip ties that really can impede the way your baby is nursing. The thing that's interesting with baby Faith is she actually does have a slight lip tie, but she's nursing fine with it. My daughter Paloma had a lip tie and it was really affecting the way she was nursing. So it can vary really from kid to kid. Thankfully, Faith is nursing really well, but she is on my boob constantly. She is by far my biggest nurser. She'll nurse like 4 times in one wake period. And she's also got into cluster feeding, which is very natural, very normal. In fact, we have a whole separate video all about cluster feeding, so be sure to check that out if that's something you've been going through. But mainly, it's a good thing. Baby's building your supply. They're learning how to eat. They have a very small stomach, so they need to eat frequently. So this is not a time to get your baby on any kind of eating schedule. Finally, let's talk about taking care of you. We're so obsessed with these new little creatures that we have a hard time taking care of ourselves, and this is super important. You need to be eating a ton right now, and you need to be drinking a lot. Obviously not alcohol, but just fluids, liquids, because you need to replenish yourself. You've just given birth, and it's going to really help your milk supply. So be sure you're doing that, and also be prepared for a wild ride of emotions, okay? I think a lot of times we expect I'm either going to be in total bliss or I'm going to be in postpartum depression, and there is a huge spectrum in between, okay? There's a lot of gray area. So don't be surprised if you're scared, if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're on cloud 9, if you're paranoid, if you're worried, if you're full of anxiety. All of this is actually normal, okay? This is something that's going on in your brain right now. This is all the chemicals and the hormone changes. This is helping you to bond with baby and really being able to go to any length to take care of this child. I mean, we need to have a strong bond with this child if we're gonna be waking up a million times in the middle of the night and feeding a million times and just doing all the sacrificial love and care for this child. So know that it's normal, know that it's okay. It does get better. The first couple weeks are intense, so be gentle with yourself, okay? Talk to people about your feelings and know that you are not alone. So there you have it, mama. Week 1 postpartum, you're doing awesome, and we'll see you next week. Hi, I'm Genevieve Howland, AKA Mama Natural, and this is my 3rd baby, Faith. Together, we'll be taking you through baby's first year. So be sure to sign up for your free updates at mamanatural.com or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you next week.